Hi, so we're picking up where we left off with topic 3.8b. Let's talk interview. I have worked at Toyota. We were in part A, we talked about the affirmative present perfect and what times we use it and how to form it. Just a quick recap. To form the affirmative present perfect, we take the subject plus the present form of the verb to have. We add the past participle of the verb we are using, and then the rest of the sentence. So we take this example that we saw in the previous section. I go to the movies in the present simple, and to put it in the present perfect, to show that it's an action that has already started happening in the past and is still happening in the present, we say I plus the present form of the verb to have, added the past participle of the verb to go, which is gone, to the movies. 3 times this week, we add that to show that it is the present perfect, because it's an action that is going on during a time period that is not finished. 3 times this week. This week is not finished. Now let's take a look at how the president of Toyota, who is also the grandson of the founder of Toyota, Mr. Akio Toyoda, uses the affirmative present perfect in an interview where he talks about the recall that happened surrounding his cars that were made from Toyota. Let's pay close attention. Listen to see if you can hear when he uses the present perfect.
Blueteach is a no-setup video conferencing tool that lets you teach or learn almost anything, ranging from guitar to mathematics. Blueteach brings you the most exciting.
Did you hear it? Listen one more time to the beginning, then we'll check out a little bit later on when he talks. Listen.
It's a no-setup video conferencing tool that lets you teach or learn.
Have started. Did you hear it? Our customers have started. Let me play it one more time for you.
It's a no-setup video conferencing tool that lets you teach or learn.
There it goes. Let's look a little bit further on and listen a little bit further on in his speech.
Simple and fun to use. For a language lesson, you can use Google Image to find visual elements and paste them directly on the whiteboard. Now let's say you want to teach geography or history. At some point, you'll probably want to share a map. That's why we integrated Google Maps, which you can open directly on the whiteboard and browse it together with your student or teacher. You can also load a slideshow and share it. This could be useful for a personal coach, for example, and in many other situations too. For those musicians out there teaching guitar or any other instrument and recording themselves on YouTube.
Did you catch all of those? I heard 4 times that he used the present perfect in the affirmative. He used it with have started, has weakened, has resulted, and have experienced. Did you pick up on it? Good thing if you did, that means you're paying attention. Just a quick recap to what we've seen in these 2 sections. The affirmative present perfect. The present perfect is a verb tense that we use to talk about, to relate the past to the present. It talks about events, or when we are using it to talk about something an action that has already started in the past and is continuing through in the present. We form it by taking the subject, adding the present to have, the present of to have, and then adding the past participle of the verb we're using with the rest of the sentence. Remember that for I, you, we, and they, to have is conjugated by have, but for he, she, and it is conjugated with has. And for the past participle, well, you just have to learn it. Here is a list of some very common verbs that we hear very often when speaking in English, and we use very often. And we just have to become very familiar with them. I hope that you've enjoyed this section and these 2 topics. Please stay tuned for our next one. Let's talk interview. I have not worked at Toyota. What do these big guys at Volkswagen have to say? See you next time. Bye-bye.